Okay, so we are making this video pretty much because we feel ethically obligated to share this perspective. If you're a local business and you don't have many reviews, you're in a little bit of a dangerous position. You're pretty much a sitting duck, and we'll explain how in a second. But there's also a pretty easy way you can get yourself out of this position. So in this video, we're going to cover how you're a sitting duck, explain a trick to position yourself better, and then show you how you can do it for yourself. So if this is you, you have no reviews or ratings, maybe you have like one or two, you're in a dangerous position because you are one pissed off customer away, one frustrated employee away from ending up like this, where you get one bad review and now you have a 3.0 star rating. Most people probably don't think this will happen to them, but if you work with a lot of customers or you're in business for a long time, you're bound to have a couple unhappy customers, and if they take their frustration to Google, you can't really control what they do. So if this happens, you will, one, start ranking lower. If you have 2 reviews and a 3-star rating, Google does not want to show your business to people that are searching. So few customers will actually see your business when they're looking because you're going to be buried. And then number 2, obviously your rating is going to be just destroyed because even if someone sees you, they're probably not going to call you just because of how you look. Now, compared to this guy, he has 122 reviews, and you can see he got a couple bad reviews, but he still has a 4.9 star rating. The 1 or 2 or 5 bad reviews don't do anything to him. He has this cushion, has this security.
Also, I want to say one thing is that when you're in this position, it's a lot easier to drown out those bad reviews with a lot of good reviews, and it's a lot harder to get like a bad review removed from Google, because Google wants to be transparent and show real, reviews. So it's going to be a lot easier to if you work with a lot of people, it's going to be a lot easier to get reviews consistently instead of having to remove all those bad reviews.
So when you think of it like this, all of a sudden it feels more important to get reviews because you're not only playing offense to rank higher and get more business, but you're also playing defense to protect yourself from those like crazy customers or employees that could tank your listing at any time. So the key here is that a lot of businesses are actually closer than they think to being in this like safe position with a lot of reviews, because all it takes is a bulk review request, which is basically you send a text to your past customers asking for a review. And if you make it easy enough and you're polite, like a lot of these customers will be more than willing to leave you a review. So if you have a lot of past customers, you can use automation to make it easy. Any type of software that sends automated text and emails, if you use a CRM, Jobber, or something like that, you could use automation like that. And you could expect about 5 to 15% of your customers to leave reviews. So if, let's say you have 500 past customers, you could see about 25 to 75 new reviews on your profile.
That's like a big jump. Like let's say you're at like 10, and then all of a sudden you have like double or triple the reviews. Like that's why you're closer than you think, because 500 past customers, that's kind of a lot, but 5 to 15%, anywhere in between there, like you can jump pretty far.
Do the math.
So all right, so now we're going to go through how you can actually set this up for your business. So the first thing is that you're going to need some sort of automation. If you have a lot of customers, that's going to be the easiest option. So we use HighLevel, and I'll just kind of build out an automated text sequence so you can kind of just see an example. All right, so the first thing is just going to be an SMS or a text. This is just going to be more effective than an email. But basically just say, hey, this is Austin from, do like a custom value, company name. Hey, this is Austin from company name. I was just wondering if you could leave us a review on Google. Okay, and then one thing we do with this software is it's something called a trigger link. So this is, you can enter in your Google review link and put it in like this custom link, so the software can tell when someone clicks it. So if someone doesn't click that link, then you can follow up with them. Otherwise, you're not really going to be able to tell who to follow up with unless you like just see who left a review on your profile, and that just kind of leaves a lot of like back and forth kind of thing. So if they click this link, then you can just remove them. You don't have to keep texting them. But if they don't click that link, then you can follow up with them, and it's easy to kind of keep track of. So basically, how we would do that in this software is you can just add a link. It's called a trigger link. So we'll just name it Google review link, and then so that's the name of the link, and then you enter in the actual link that you want to use. So we just go to the Google profile, copy the review link, and then enter that in here. So now you can see this link. So that's the trigger link now. So when someone clicks the trigger link, it'll be your Google profile, and it'll bring them to where they can leave a review. All right, and then you can just enter in your review link and then use that trigger link. So Google review link. All right, so here's our link, and then that's the trigger link. So when they click that, they can go to your profile. And then after that, you can do a wait step. And then you want to wait for this trigger link to be clicked, and then select the trigger link. So Google review link. Wait for a link to be clicked, and timeout after 1 day. All right, so now it's saying you're going to send this text, and then the automation is going to say, wait for that link to be clicked or 1 day. So what will happen if they click the link? You can just remove them from the workflow, because we're assuming they left a review. If that link isn't clicked, it's going to wait 1 day, and then you can send a follow-up, and that'll just be another text. All right, so then you can save that, and don't put the review link yet. So just do a wait step, and just wait for I think if you do 0.1 minutes, that's 6 seconds. So wait 6 seconds, and then send another text saying, here's the review link again. And you add that trigger link, Google review link. So you can just wait 6 seconds. So it'll send that text, wait 6 seconds, and then send the link again. This is just going to make it more personal.
Make it feel more human.
It'll make it feel more human. So okay, it's just going to make them think twice about it. And then you can do the wait step again, and then wait for, again, the trigger link to be clicked, the Google review link, and then timeout after 1 day, just the same thing as before. So if that link's clicked, you can just remove them from the workflow, and then you can continue. If they don't click the link, you can just continue the follow-ups or remove them, whatever. It doesn't matter really, but yeah, that's basically a basic workflow you could copy. So now you just have to see, I didn't put a trigger here, so you can just manually add those contacts to this workflow. So let's say you have your list of contacts here, and then you want to add them to that automation. I didn't publish it, so it's not on here. Let's just say this. But the important part here is you want to add them in a drip mode, or schedule them to get not all texted at once. So Google doesn't want you to bulk request reviews. They want you to just do it after all your jobs,
just naturally.
So, but if you didn't do that in the past, but you want to get reviews now, you can ask all your customers in a bulk, basically. But you can you can kind of drip them out so they don't all get the text sent at once. And this is just kind of like emulate you asking after every job. It's just going to make it slower. So I think like a 2-week period would be fine. You could do a month, but let's say you have 100 customers and you want to text them over the course of 14 days. So you would take 100 customers divided by 14 days. So you'd have to reach out to or send a text to 7 people every day. So if you did 7.1, obviously you can't do 0.1 people. So if you did 7 people times 14 days, that's 98 people. So you can just round up to 8 times 14 days. So that'll get you past your 100. And then, so basically on here, just test or just do bulk review request. And then you batch quantity. So you want to send this text to 8 people, repeat after 1 day, and then send on every day except for probably Saturday and Sunday. And you can send this from, I don't know, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or just copy your hours. But so basically there's no end to this. You can just start on whenever, start at 11:30 a.m. and then it'll send this text to 8 people every day. So then mathematically it'll take 14 days. Technically it'll take longer because if you're doing the follow-up, like that's just adding on an extra day. But even if it goes from like 14 days to like a month maybe, or 14 days to like, 30 days, you are sending the text and you could get reviews within that first 14 days, and you don't want to have too many reviews getting put on Google because then Google might get suspicious or flag your thing. It's always just better to play it safe. So that's kind of how you would drip it out in the campaign. So these texts are getting sent out at a reasonable time, basically. So that's kind of how you add all those contacts to the automation and get those texts sent out. So when you do this, you're obviously going to quickly increase the amount of reviews you're going to have. So you could be sitting a lot better within 2 weeks. You're protecting yourself against any potential bad reputation from pissed off customers. You're going to also rank higher, obviously. And you could be one reactivation away from getting a lot more customers from Google and having this like new source of business because of your higher ranking. If you don't want to dick around with this and do it all yourself or send text manually, we are offering free reactivations. So there's a website in the description. You can go book a call and we can get this set up for you. Otherwise, try to get this set up and get yourself in a better position. Hope you found this valuable. Thanks for watching.